Hello, everyone, and welcome back to our regular Thursday 3 p.m. show where we get to meet a new entrepreneur. And today we have with us Martine Filiatrault. She is a 3-star director with Tupperware. Hi, Martine.
Hi, Marinda.
How are you?
I'm good. How are you? Thank you for having me. That's very nice.
Thank you for joining us. And for those of you who are new to the channel, hi, I'm Marinda, and I'm the host of a Facebook group called Max Efficient, where I gather different kind of entrepreneurs to help other entrepreneurs in their journey. We can always learn from each other and continue to grow together because I always say, together we are better. And today we have Martine with us. She is our featured member this week. Every Monday, I feature a member. We get to know what it is that they do, and we get to know more about their story. And they also have an exclusive offer to the member. So first of all, let's hear about Martine. Where is she from? And let's hear her story.
Okay, well, I just wanted to add, I really like what you just said. And as I like to say to my team, together, alone we go fast, but together we go far. So that's something I think that that connects with your project. So thank you again for having me. So my name is Martine. I'm 34 years old. I live in Repentigny, which is in Quebec. I'm married. I have my husband. We've been together for 14 years now, and we have 2 young boys, Tommy, who is 2 years old, and Remy, who is 5 years old. I'm a teacher by profession, so a 6th grade teacher. So that's what I studied to do, but I'm not working as a teacher right now. So I'm actually, yes, as you said, a 3-star director. So I started Tupperware I was introduced to Tupperware many years ago, maybe the same as you had, your parents had some Tupperware in their home. But I was really introduced as an adult, I'd say about 6 years ago. I had a friend that was a Tupperware rep, and she really wanted me to join her team, and she wanted me to be to host parties. And I said no many times because I was afraid. I was afraid to be, that plastic seller that annoys everyone, and everyone, that I'm gonna lose all my friends. So I said no many times. And then I had my party because I wanted to have some freezer mates for my freezer. I wanted to equip myself because I really believe in that and in the products and the lifestyle. And I still said no again to the career opportunity, even, to just sell, until she gave me the starters kit for free. So when it's free, you kind of want to say yes.
So are you talking about the kit, the $129, where you get all of the goodies?
Yes, well, it's a kit that changes over time. 4 years ago, it was that type of kit. We still have that starters kit right now, and what it gives the person that gets the kit.
Sorry, just a second.
What? Okay.
I'm like, what is going on? This is really live. I'm trying to like. There we go. I'm just trying to log in. There we go. We are good to go. Please continue.
No problem. So with that starters kit that she offered me, it gave me my account, so I can stop buying from her and buy from my account with a discount with 25% off. So I said yes. I said, okay, I'm just gonna try and equip myself and buy those products that I need for less. And then I kind of got caught up in the game because I studied in acting. So I really liked, I felt I was going to play that Tupperware lady role. Like, where is it going to bring me to play that role, to just pretend, Mm-hmm. So that's why I started. And I really, really like to cook from, I don't even remember when. I like to, I make my pasta, I bake, I've worked in a bakery. So I really, really love to cook. So I opened a Facebook group and said, I'm just going to, share my lifestyle. So I was still not trying to make money, still not trying to recruit or to sell, just wanted to share my lifestyle. But a part of me was hoping that I was going to make money. But
Yes.
when you're a self-employed, and when you're an MLM, you really have to have your why.
Mm-hmm.
Why am I doing this? And when there's no why, there's no results. So
Mm-hmm.
I was just, like a lost soul, working throughout Tupperware, and I was not making money. And my first 3 years that I did not have a why, that I did not want to, try out for real, I was in deficit. Yes, I made some sales, but I was buying stuff for me. I was, I was taking benefit of my discount and everything. I was not really making money at that time. But
Mm-hmm.
I hosted a few. I went to some people, when we could go to people's houses. So I had some parties and cooking workshops with families, and I really really liked going to those families and helping them, regain control of their kitchen. So that's my first part of my story.
I love your story, because you know what? There's a reason why I'm talking about MLM this month, because like, okay, I don't want to generalize, but a lot of people are feeling like you, like me, where, oh no, here we go again. They want me to be a salesperson doing something, and I'm going to be that person now who is going to be, like, harassing like the people around me. But and then, because I think the one thing that I always say is that you don't know what you don't know. So mainly all this feeling is because you don't know. Like, you don't know what you're getting yourself into. What does that mean? How can I even make money? How much money can I make, right? So it's hard to be intentional and to really know your why when there's so much unknown, and there's a lot of companies who are not willing to share, this the not willing to share, but like not able to kind of like give you talk about the numbers right away. Because at the end of the day, I think where MLM have like a bad rep is because a lot of people think that there's not a lot of work and I could just make money just like by doing nothing, right? So that's the difference that you need to understand, right? So that's why I'm like in awe with when I met you and I heard your story and exactly how you started it. You started it exactly as an entrepreneur, in a sense, like even if you didn't have Tupperware to back you up, because a lot of people as an entrepreneur is like, oh, what can I do? What is my skill set? Why do I want to start my business? Is the same questions, right? So what do you think?
Well, yeah, of course, because when you, I think that when you start with an MLM, you have to choose an MLM that's gonna represent your values, that's gonna offer a lifestyle of that you believe in. So I wouldn't sell beauty products or makeup, or because that's not who I am. I don't use makeup. I'm not going to try to sell a product that I don't believe in. So that's the most important thing, is when you have to choose an MLM, first of all, that you believe in, that has traditions, so that is constant, that you can rely on, and that has that marketing already up and running, which, Tupperware, we've been up and running for over 70 years. So that marketing is right there for you just to grab and share. So if people join Tupperware, because yes, I can talk about numbers. I don't. It's not a problem with me, for me talking to numbers. With
Talking about numbers.
Yes.
Talking about numbers.
But if you hear those numbers and you just join Tupperware because those numbers interest you, but you have no interest in cooking, no interest in saving money in your kitchen, no interest in sharing that with families, you're not going to go anywhere. So I think that's really important to know, to join the right MLM that's good for you.
Yeah, so on that note, I'm just gonna say hi to the people who are tuning in here with us. Hi, Lynn. These are people from Montreal, actually, because as you know, Martine is her first language is French, and so is mine. But so we have Lynn, hello, Lynn, Song, and Can, and my mom, Mama, hello, Mama. So she's always like, I don't understand. Ça parle en anglais, je comprends pas.
Oh no.
Sorry, but we're just trying to cater in international like people who are tuning in. So sorry about that. But On that note, I wanted to say hi to all of these people and to welcome you to ask any question that you may have, because as Martine said, she has no problem at all to talk about numbers. Don't we want to know numbers? How people in MLM actually make money? How can I be like, what does that mean to be a 3 stars director? How much money does that mean? And what was before the 3 stars director? So can you tell us a little bit of how everything works at
Yeah.
Tupperware?
Yeah, of course. So I'm going to start with your last question. So I'm going to
Yeah.
start with when I found my why, and then I'm going to get to that numbers.
Perfect.
So I found my why. So as I said, I was a lost soul for 3 years, not making much money. We make 25% of sales. So everyone from consultant to top director, we make 25% of our personal sales. So nobody can take that away from you. So that's your revenue for what you sell directly to your clients. And then of course we make bonuses. Okay. So I was not making that much money. I was spending all my money that I was making with Tupperware and buying more Tupperware. But it's okay because now I get to my kitchen is pretty equipped. And then I found my why in February 2019. So I had my second child. So when I'm going to start before that. So when I got back to work, because when I started Tupperware, I was on my first mat leave, and then I got back to work as a teacher, and I was not comfortable with that routine of going quickly to bring my kid to daycare and have like this stranger take care of him while I go take care of strangers' kids. It was just I was just not comfortable with that. So we thought to ourselves, when we were going to have our second child, I would take a longer maternity leave, which is something we can do as teachers. Of course, we're not paid, but we have that option. So I said that we were going to do that. So I could try being a stay-at-home mom. Homeschooling is something that interests us. So I wanted to try that out. So when we got our second child, when he was 5 months old, we found out that he had a severe cardiac disease. So that it was really advanced. So we were really lucky not to lose him. So we thought he had acid reflux. So we were going to get meds for acid reflux, but then we were sent in an ambulance at the hospital, and we were in for about 6 weeks in intensive care with our child. So that was a really big hit on our family. So that's when everything changed. Everything changed from that's really a turn point for our family. That we found out what our real values were, which is we want to give time to our children. We want to give them the time to be at home, to stay kids, and not to have that adult schedule pressure on them, on their little kid's body. So that's when we decided I was going to, of course, become a stay-at-home mom. But my kids couldn't even go to daycare because of his health. So we said, we're going to make those sacrifices, having my husband's salary and being a stay-at-home mom until, he started to get better. So I'm knocking on wood that we're on the right path right now. So he's not on the way of having to have a new heart, which is what they told us. That's what was going to happen at first. And then so when he started to get better, so at the end of October of around a year ago, last October, I said, well, you know what? I have that business in my hand. I have my Tupperware team. I had 22 people in my team at that moment. I had one person in my team that was building her own team. So I kind of, had that push from her to start it with those 22 people. So that's when I decided I was going to try it out for real. And one of the first perks we have as a Tupperware director is $1,000 bonus cash when we become a director. And then we get the opportunity to choose between a trip to Walt Disney for 4 or to Hawaii for 2. So bringing my kids to Walt Disney, that was really that, and the money. I'm not going to lie. It's the first reason that I decided to really get into Tupperware and start building my team. And, in that year, so I started in October 2019, we had 22 people in my team. And as of today, November 2020, when I started working with intention, working for real in in trying to build that business and having that why of being a stay-at-home mom with my kids, I have now almost 800 people in my
Wow.
organization.
So
Yeah.
when you say 22 people in your team, so what is counted as your team? Where does it start? Can you tell us a little bit more about that?
Yeah, well, before you're a director, so when
Yes.
you're a director, everyone in your team counts. So from you to everyone in your team counts. But when you're not a director, when you start, you have what we call a unit. So it's not a team, it's a unit. And then you have yourself, you have the person that you recruit, the person that she recruits, and the other person that she recruits. So it's three
Okay.
levels down.
Okay.
That is your unit. So I had 22 people in my unit. That some of them I recruited myself, most of them not, because of that person I told you about that is now a director in my team and then in my organization. And then yeah, so that's how everything started. And from I'm doing a training for my big organization tonight, so I have the numbers right in my head.
Yes.
As in from October 2019 to right now, just in bonus. So yes, we have that 25% of commission from our personal sales. But when you start to be a leader, so you start as manager, then star manager, then executive manager, and then you become a director, you have bonus because you work with your team. You work to coach them. You work to give them perks to help them achieve their own goals. So you have many bonuses you can get. So in that year, just in bonus, I made $60,000 in bonus in 1 year. So working part-time, stay-at-home mom. So of course, I did not build that like 5 hours a week. I worked, but on my time when my kids
Mhm.
are asleep, when my husband's is not working. So that's something that I enjoy. That I can manage both um, spheres of my life, being a mom and homeschooling my kid and being that director. Yeah.
So how many hours of work to, like, because you said that you really went full time to October 2019 to now, it's 1 year. So in 1 year, did you go from being recruited and recruited a few here and there to like being a director? That's where you did the jump.
I don't think I understand your question. I'm sorry.
So you said that you joined on your first maternity leave, which you kind of like had it more as a consumer. You were just you didn't really work with intention and having a why
No.
until October of 2019. That's when you gave the big kick. So
Yep.
really, you were what level were you at that time in 2019?
I was a consultant.
Okay,
And
and
then
then,
I became manager to, in 1 month, I became manager to executive manager, which is like 2 steps up.
mhm.
And then it took me 3 months, which is there's a program that you enter to become a director that is 3 months. So it took me from October, November, December. I became a director in January 2020. So yeah, of course the hours that I put in, that's what I love about my job, and that's also what I hate about my job is that the more hours you put, the more money you're gonna make. So my husband, which is an employee, he works his 34 35 hours a week, and that's it. Even if he does more, he's not going to be paid more. So it's something that I love, that I can control the income that I'm going to make. But you have to draw that line because you have to stop.
Yes,
So
yes.
that's a challenge. But from October to the start of COVID, like March, I made I went to people's houses to make parties. So that took a lot of time because one party you have to prepare, you have to put your stuff in the car, go to that party, grab the orders, and then go back home, put in the orders, do your follow-ups. Like one party was about 5 hours of job, I would say. But now one party is all 100% is on Facebook. So on a Facebook group with pre-programmed posts that I already made in my videos of my pantry, of my fridge, and using the Tupperware accessories and cooking systems. And so I just click on that button. It goes into my hostess group, and I do a recipe live in those 3 or 4 days of posts, and that's it. So I can make, like last Saturday, I had actually 4 parties in my day. So it's about 20 minutes of live cooking. So that's like an hour and a half, and it's food for my family after. So I get paid for cooking for my family. So that's
Yeah. Yeah, that's actually amazing. And I think for people who are so new to Tupperware like me, they're like, "What do you mean? What's a party? What's a Tupperware party? What does that entail?" So basically, is it you showing how to cook with the tools, really, which is called a party? Is
well,
is that right?
we've tried out different versions of parties because we were a home presentation company, so we really had to reinvent ourselves. But
Mhm.
I think Tupperware is a great business because I don't know if you saw in the news, but our action, is that the right word in English?
Stocks.
Yes, our stocks. Thank you. So the stocks doubled. Our sales number doubled, even tripled in some areas. So I think we reinvented ourselves pretty good. So as the COVID hit us, we started having, first it was mostly Zoom parties. So with it's kind of like what we're using right now. So we have all those videos on the screen, and the rep or the consultant is showing is cooking. We hosted also bingos. Some still do it that way. So some hostess want to have that Zoom party that she's going to be able to talk with all of her friends from distance. So breaking that the social problems we're having right now. So that's something that some hosts choose. But I would say that that party is not the first choice right now, because people have a hard time finding a date hour that's going to sit all in front of the computer right now. So people like that party on Facebook. So what it is, it's a Facebook group. So as you're probably member of some groups, so we open a Facebook group for the hostess, and then she invites her people and saying, "Oh, there, I'm gonna, I have a friend, Martine. She's gonna help us discover the Tupperware lifestyle, how it can help you save time, save money, be eco-friendly in your kitchen, and eat less fast food." So it's gonna be like 3 or 4 days of program posts on all of our different products for your fridge, for your freezer, for your pantry, for cooking, games and draws, and people talk and people ask questions. And it's kind of a way to have that community of people that are going to want to discover more about Tupperware. And then, of course, when the guests want to buy some stuff, they just click on that link, fill in their basket, it's sent to their home, and the rep will make 25% of profits on all of those sales, and the hostess will make the gifts. So all the perks that are coming with the party. Yeah.
Yeah, so that's like amazing. I think that what I love about the company too is like, as I'm learning more about it, is like there's a lot of support. For you to get to where you are today. I think we had that in our private interview where you said that I have worked so much on myself and self development, which is an area that I'm super passionate about and that you are passionate about as well. And having that support, like the difference with me is that I just started all of this all by myself, trying to figure it all out by myself, and having the right support, the right guidance, and look how far you've come within that 1 year that you committed to yourself and to your why, and what you're like, truly know what you're capable of, and really mainly is because of having the right support, right?
Yes, you're giving me goosebumps. Yes, you're so right. Tupperware, it's a banner. It's a banner for you to explore what's the lion sleeping within. It's a banner for you to become a leader, and how you want to try that out. But of course, not everyone has that vision when they join Tupperware, and it's okay, because we need also those sellers and those buyers, and that's a part of our success too. But Tupperware are kind of like franchises. So I'm part of the organization called Les Diamants, the Diamonds, which is one of the biggest in North America, and the biggest in Quebec, Canada, for sure. So we have mentors. So it's a community of people that want to level up and that want to support each other. So there's no competition. It's only people that want to bring out the best version out of themselves, and want to be able to share with others their success, their failures, what they learn. And we have all those great mentors. So the difference between someone that's 100% by themselves is you have to find all of those mentors. Who is going to help you?
Mm-hmm.
Who's going to help you have that vision for your company, but when you're part of already a community of we're 136, 100, I'm not, no, 160 directors in our great Les Diamants organization right now. And we have this mentor, which is Maria Mariano. She's really, really famous in our in our Tupperware universe. And she's, you know, she could have retired in 2007. She could have retired, but she's still doing this because she loves bringing people to their best, and helping us, because you know you can't do Tupperware or any self-employed company if you don't have that fire, and if you don't have that motivation of why am I gonna get up in the morning, and and as she says, and it's so true, people that succeed do what people that fail don't want to do. You
Oh
know,
wow, that is
that extra phone call, that extra, you know, before COVID, I went to like markets and do kiosks, and talking about my products to the people that pass by, and people that don't succeed, they don't do that kind of stuff. So yes, working on myself, it's yeah.
is that extra mile, like what little things extra can you do, right? Like, and are you willing to do it? And I think I also took keynotes when you said that you joined a program to become director. And is this program offered within Tupperware, and is it free?
Oh yeah, of course. It's the Tupperware program, that it's a box that you check saying yes, I want to become director. So then you have all of your mentors around you that can help you. And you know, I was in you know, in the Les Diamants, there are many teams, many organizations such as mine. But I was directly in Maria's team, so our big business leader. So she did not have that much time to give me to coach me on how to become a director. I was mostly doing it, you know, I was self-taught with
Mhm.
all of those other mentors we have in our organization. So I don't remember your question now. Yeah, so it's a program. Of course, it's free, and it's those criteria you have to achieve to then have that promotion to director.
So what shift, and what are the kind of like the extra things when come to think about, like the stuff that, let's say, from before when you were just mostly a user of the product because you like it, and kind of like just talking about it like in a casual time versus when you were working with intention and that you wanted to become a director. Can you tell us, without like going into super detail, the key things that you switched in your mindset in order to kind of reach that?
You know, when you don't have that why, and when you don't understand the opportunity, you just think of yourself as selling something, selling an object, selling a Tupperware bottle. I'm not going to sell you a Tupperware bottle. I'm going to sell you the lifestyle that comes with it. That, you know, not using that plastic bottle, not buying something that's going to go in the sea. And when I found my why, and I started having, you know, changing my vision to, I'm offering an opportunity to people. And it's not to me, they say no. They say no to the opportunity, maybe because they don't see it right now. Maybe it's not a good timing. But you have to, when you want to grow in that type of business, you have to stop looking at yourself, and you know, you have to just open up. So that's what changed.
Yeah, I really love that. And I think it's so inspiring because I think many people or many entrepreneurs or a lot of people talk about afraid of failure, or, you know, the word failure, but I don't want to fail and things like that. And sometimes I get asked that question, what are you doing, Marinda? Like, you know, are you not like doing everything? And aren't you afraid that it's not going to work? And I'm like, no, because when it doesn't work, I pivot, I change. You know, if it's a bump, then I take the other road, right? So not that not that I'm not afraid to fail, and I think I've said that many times to different people. It's just not that I'm not afraid to fail. It's just I don't even think about it. It's not in my mindset. You know, I make sure that I check in with myself, and I make sure that I'm like true to who I am and knowing my why I'm doing certain things, and then kind of like go on with that. And then many times I think the one thing that I've been telling people, or I tell myself, is that, oh, I don't know how to do that yet. You know, when you add the word yet, like I don't know how to be a director yet. like
Mm-hmm.
like you know, and then you're just kind of like, how do I be a director? Hey, why don't I just ask Martine? She's right there. You know what I mean? So I feel like just that tiny shift of mindset would help a lot, and along the line with what you just said just now, right?
Oh yeah, yes, of course. And building a company, or building a Tupperware organization, or whatever you want to build, you have to create that foundation. That what's gonna who are you? In Tupperware, I have reps all over my street. So what am I gonna bring different to the Tupperware world? What's my color? What do I want to offer? What story do I want to tell? And I like to say that you have that foundation you have to build, and what grows last on a tree is the fruit. So you have to accept that it takes time. You have to accept that it takes water and sun and great soil, and of course maybe we're gonna fail. We've all failed, but it's what you have to fail, or else you're not gonna learn. So you have to fail because you're not gonna learn. Yeah.
Yeah, you have to fail, and if it's a must, it's not like what if, it's like I will fail. So I need to
Yeah.
fail fast so I can get up faster,
There
right?
you go. That's the right thing to say.
Exactly. So like I mean, if I'm gonna fail, I better try a lot of things so that I know, and then I learn from it, and then I grow faster. So that's kind of like the mindset that I have, and that's why I created this community, a place where we can help and learn from each other's failure, and not hide from each other's failure. Be proud of what you've done wrong, and be open to talk about it so that you can do things right. Maybe you didn't know before, but now you know, and that's okay, right?
Yeah, you're right.
Yeah,
Mhm.
so I think that we talked a lot about Tupperware, and I wanted to bring something up, is that I was introduced to you by my cousin, and
Hi,
my
Karen.
my cousins are like super, like how do can I say, super Tupperware fan or super Tupper fan? But like they did parties, and they've used the Tupperware so much, right? But they've invited me a couple of times to those parties, and I'm like, I'm in Ontario, I can't really go to your party. So I was unfortunate to have not gone to any of their parties. But recently, visiting them this summer, I've seen the Tupperware here and there. I'm like, oh, that's cute. Like, it's very colorful, it's different. You can tell that it's not the one that you would buy off shelf, right? So I kind of like glimpse at it here and there. And until I decided to demystify this multi-level marketing, that I got introduced to you, and I'm like so happy, because to me, even when I heard her say Tupperware, I just thought about containers.
I
Exactly.
know.
I don't need Tupperware. I have so many Tupperware, right? Like, there's the reason why we call it Tupperware is because it's been around for so long. But a plastic container nowadays, it's just called plastic containers, right?
Yep.
So can you show us a little bit about how it looks like and how it functions?
Yeah, of course. I brought our favorite,
Okay, great,
our
great.
basics. I would say if you want to start, living that Tupperware lifestyle, but it's not just Tupperware lifestyle. It's
Mhm.
really it's a lifestyle that you're gonna choose. Because I can show you some containers, but if I don't explain them, or if you don't see them in action, if you don't try them out, you're not going to understand how they are, what they can do. So we have 4 organization systems for your pantry, your freezer, and your fridge. So that's the first that you want to organize. It's those ingredients, and keeping everything fresh. So our mission is to help people save time, save money, eat healthy, and be a solution to pollution. Okay. I really like that
Yeah,
one.
I love that.
The phrasing is great. Solution to pollution.
Yeah, I love it.
So I'm going to show you, first of all, I'm going to show you one of our top sellers. Okay.
And is the top seller the item that got you like interested yourself? Like, what was the item that got you like super?
Wow, that's a good question. I don't even remember. But I would say that if you ask people in our Tupperware parties, we ask people, what's your favorite Tupperware and why? And what's your first Tupperware that you had? I don't know if you remember, but I would say 2 out of 3 people are going to talk to me about that celery long green container that their mom used to keep their celery for like weeks and weeks with that grid at the bottom. So that's one of
Yes.
the favorites. Okay, so we have this same technology of products, but now they're called Fridge Smarts.
Ah.
So Fridge Smarts, I'm going to show you that container. You're going to say, okay, there's a lid, there's a container. Why would I not use that dollar store container? Well, our technology of Fridge Smart is that's going to keep, they're going to keep your fruits and vegetables way, way, way longer, like 7 times longer than if you just put them in that drawer or leave them in that bag. So, when you buy spinach and you leave them in the bag, it's going to have that brown juice. Or your celery is gonna go really, you can say bye with the celery, or the cucumber, or the carrots, or the strawberries that have that. I don't know how to say in English, la mousse.
Um. Yeah, I know what you're talking about. We'll just leave it at. But I wanted to add me. It's the spinach. As soon as you don't use your spinach, it just goes like.
Yeah, it goes really like soggy, like
Yeah.
a wet Kleenex.
Exactly.
And I'm gonna give you a personal example. I hate mushrooms. I really, really hate mushrooms. But I buy them, to give myself good conscience that my kids are gonna eat them. It's not because mommy doesn't like them. But I'm not inspired to cook them right away. So I want
Mhm.
to keep them longer. So your spinach you're gonna be able to keep your spinach and all of your salad and lettuce and everything for at least 3 weeks. So that's something you don't get. So we have, the vent that's going to be able to help. If it's like broccoli that has a lot of gas, you're going to want it to vent. So it's really a great, great product. You really have to try it to believe it. And in our Tupperware Facebook parties, we really show the possibilities that you can get with them. And also, since they're transparent, you can see when you open your fridge, you can see everything that you have and what you're about to miss out on. So that's you don't have to choose, which fruits or vegetables you're gonna have to let die in your fridge.
Yeah, and for those of you who are viewers who don't have any kids and live alone or whatever it is, you're probably thinking to yourself, why do I need to buy them and last longer when I could just buy, like little by little?
I love your question. I really love your question. I'm gonna answer right away because
Yeah.
you can have a variety of in your fridge. When broccoli goes on sale, you can buy 2 or 3 and not feel the obligation of having broccoli for every meal for 2 days because you're gonna lose it. It's gonna turn yellow. Okay, so even for and right now with the pandemic, people don't want to go to the grocery stores every day. So here we go to the grocery stores every 2-3 weeks because we have that. Yes, of course we have 2 kids, but my mom who lives by herself and she's a Tupperware, she's sold. She has, those 10, 12 Fridge Smarts in her fridge because she has a variety that she knows she can, be inspired and cook and eat what she really wants and cook what she really wants to eat. So that's the first of our 4. You want me to move on?
Yes, go on.
Okay, so that's for our fridge. I'm going to turn to our freezer now. So we have those freezer mates that are called. So when you have great products too, now they're starting to be a little bit unfrozen, but you see I have my frozen fruit in there and they're not going to go in a big chunk. So I want to take 1 mango, 1 cup of fruits to make my smoothies in the morning, to make my homemade yop, to make crumbles. I can just grab those fruits and now it thawed a little, but the all the ice goes on the lid and not on the fruits and vegetables. So that's when you use those type of containers, you're going to be able to store your meat very well. So you can buy when your meat is on sale. So if you shop at Costco or whatever, you can buy more chicken thighs or ground beef because it's not gonna turn brown or it's not gonna get dry because it's not stored properly in your freezer. So that's part of our lifestyle and part of you to be able to save money.
Just wanted to say hi to our viewers. Hi, Andrew. Hi, Darasak. Dakasak is a chef, a sushi chef actually, and I wonder if we piqued your curiosity at all how to preserve the food for longer with this solution.
Well, yeah, because for a sushi chef, that she wants to cut all of her vegetables in advance so she can put them in the fridge smart, and they're going to stay at least a week. All those carrots sliced in juliennes. I don't know if that's an English. But yeah, and of course using the freezer mates also. And for the freezer, so that's the one that we use mostly for ingredients. So for meat, for fish, for seafood, for fruits and vegetables. And we have also this one, which is the vent and serve. So this, you might have seen that before with that little vent right here. And of course, if you see this container, you're not going to understand why you want this one more than the dollar store. But if I tell you that the plastic of this, the vent and serve is the same plastic they use to make airplane windows. I don't know if it's the right word. So it's really it adapts to different changes of temperature. So this one, you can put all of your leftovers, or if you do batch cooking, that's really something we like to do here. Like on Sunday morning, I'm going to do like a big lasagna and then a big spaghetti sauce and then Chinese macaroni or whatever you make. You make them in batch and you freeze them in portions in the vent and serve. And then when you go to work and when you don't have anything in your fridge, you just pop that from the freezer directly to the microwave. So it's your homemade TV dinners of homemade meals that what type of quantity of sodium you put in. You've paid less than $2 a portion and not $8-9 a portion that when you buy it already homemade. So this is something that I really love for my spaghetti sauce. It's just the best. I'm going to freeze spaghetti sauce, and when the whole chicken comes on sale, here it goes for about two chicken for $12. So that's really a great price here. So I'm going to be able to cook all of my whole chicken. Désossé, là. I'm gonna take it apart, and I'm gonna freeze my chicken, my cooked chicken in my freezer, in my vent and serve. So I have already cooked chicken in my freezer. So when I get home from work or I had traffic, I can just pop in the microwave and make a hot chicken or rice with chicken and vegetables. So it's really a great time saver, and of course good for your wallet.
So this one goes, you can freeze it and then you could just put it in a microwave and even eat it from it, like in one container, right?
Yeah. There you go.
So in my childhood, and I don't know if it's because I'm Asian or like my parents, like they would use the plastic container from like margarine.
Yeah.
Margarine container, they'll keep it and then they'll put the spaghetti sauce in there. They will freeze it. And then after we'll kind of have to go like ghetto style a little bit. Like we have to defrost it and put it in the saucepan and try to make sure that it just defrost nicely into the cooktop. And what a nightmare. And
you had that ice on top also.
Yes. And then for some reason, I always knew that this wasn't right, but I don't know. That's how the system was at home. So
I can't say that I've not seen that. I've seen it in my childhood too, and yogurt containers and leftovers from takeout. But our containers are food grade, so you're not going to eat plastic, because if you heat up a margarine container, you're going to eat plastic. So this they don't degrade in your food. So that's also another great And did you have another question?
No, go on.
Okay. So my last one is the modular mate. So for your pantry. So a pantry, when you have an organized pantry, it's just great for your mental health.
Yes.
Because when you open that pantry and then you have like a shelf with like a powder that mixed flour, sugar from those bags with the clothespin that you want to keep them shut. Well, it's not, you don't feel like cooking, and mostly you're gonna buy sugar like 2 or 3 times when you had bags that were started in the back of your pantry. So the modular mates is really the one for your pantry. So you see, you can write on them with a Sharpie, and you can erase with an eraser. So when I open, and this you really have to see in the Facebook party. It's really the great way to see it, or on we have guest events also at Les Diamants. You can see a full organized kitchen and Tupperware. So you really have to see the big picture in the pantry, because it's like a Tetris. They modulate themselves. So you can put according to, if you have a wide pantry, a deep pantry, you're going to choose the right sizes to play that Tetris in your pantry to have all your ingredients. So they're airtight, of course. So that's brown sugar. So I don't know if you recall also in your childhood having to bang the
Yes.
chalk. So it's I don't know if you can see it as well.
Forget about the childhood. I'm having that problem right now.
So you see that my brown sugar is not a big chunk, the same as the vegetables in the freezer, because they're airtight. So no humidity. Everything that's supposed to stay soft will stay soft, and hard will stay hard. And no ants, no, and it's just, when I open my pantry and I want to bake, I have a shelf with sugar, baking powder, flour, and I just grab those containers. And it's as a stay-at-home mom, it's also a great way to teach our children to cook, and to bring cooking a family event, because in our lifestyle, in our hurry, we sit the kids in front of the TV while we make supper so they don't bother us. But when you have the right tools, they can cook with you, and it's such great values to bring to them. So that's another part of my why. I wanted to show them that they can cook. And so that's our 4 organization systems. And we also have many accessories to help you chop quicker, to help you gain time. We have that power chef that we show in the parties, that you pull on that string, and in 2 or 3 string pulls, you're going to have that finely chopped onions that will take you 4, 5, 6 minutes when you do it with a knife. So
yeah, and it's not only that, it comes with the smell, when you do the garlic, and then you're like, oh man.
Yeah, well, the garlic, what I do, that's a great tip I like to give also. The garlic, I buy like the big bag of like maybe 7 or 8 big chunks of garlic, and we peel them all in let's say in half an hour. We're gonna, all the family around the island, we peel all of our garlic, and we put them in the freezer mates. We freeze them, and all the cloves, you can just take one. So then you put them in your power chef and chop. You have that garlic that's, instead of buying that pot of garlic and oil, it's way tastier. And if you're Asian, I'm pretty sure you use those kind of ingredients. So you just it tastes better when you have it already chopped.
Yeah, and I'm sure, like, the way that we're showing you all of this, I mean, the way that she's showing it is probably not doing justice as to how it would look in your pantry and stuff like that. So make sure to check out, like, yourself on a lot of videos available online to show you, and of course to join her group, or anything, that information that I'm going to put in the description box. And I can't believe that times is flying and we didn't get to the numbers yet. So can you tell us the numbers when you first started? I know we said that it was kind of more like of a deficit, because you were more of a user. You were just kind of like using it as a tool to help yourself, right? Until you became more intentional. So can you talk a little bit about the journey of the income that you can make at Tupperware?
Yeah, well, the first step up is manager. So when you become manager and you start building your unit, so maybe 4, 5, 6 people with you, you're going to be able to make and you're going to be able to make an average of $1,000 a month. So that's the average when you start really working with intention and having your career, about $1,000 a month. That's a pretty good average. But then when you become a director, the average, I would say, is $1,000 a week. So that's another part of the game. And I would say in the COVID, in my bonus, I've made my best month. I've made almost $11,000 in a month as in bonus. I would say that my income varies around $6,000 to $8,000 a month as a director. Yeah.
Okay.
That's in a year. So it's really, really great.
Yeah, that's amazing. And I think we're talking about profits, aren't we?
Yes. What word did I say?
No, I just wanted to make sure that the viewer is understanding, and I'm just confirming with you that it's profit. This is
Yeah.
not like, this is like how much money she made profit in her
Yeah,
pocket.
my bonus, that was deposited in my account. And
Yes.
as of yesterday, we've hit, my organization and we've hit the $750,000 of Tupperware sold since January. So that brings me to other levels. Yeah, and a paid car, and everything. Tupperware has so many perks, the trips, and Tupper Mobile, we like to call it, because it's we have that Tupperware car. But yeah, so yeah, about and I would say that our top director in Les Diamants, so right here in Montreal, so not somewhere deep, you don't know where. She makes in profit, so in bonus cash, between $80,000 and $100,000 a month that she makes.
Wow.
So that's for 15 years. So it's not going to take. But right now, with the network marketing and the platforms that we use, it could be done in 5, 6, 7 years, to make that kind of profit.
That's awesome. Like, so great to know. Can you just tell us a little bit? I think a lot of people feel like, oh, is this a pyramid scheme? And like, again, with the stigma of the MLM, can you tell us a little bit, how is Tupperware different from others, and without really saying the others who they are, but
I don't.
and why is it that is one of the top program out there?
Yeah. Well, in a pyramid scheme, first of all, it's illegal, so it's not. If there was a problem with Tupperware in over 70 years, somebody would have figured it out. Okay. And why it's not a pyramid? It's because everybody makes that 25%. So the money that the bottom rep makes does not distribute to people above. Okay. So we make bonus of extra, because I'm in a leader position, that I coach my team and I help them with their sales and their whatever they want to achieve. So that's why it's not a pyramid scheme. And our compensation chart is one of the best. You can check it out on Google. Is one of the best, because the minimum for you to start making that leader bonus is lower than in some other companies. And I like when people say, oh, you're in a pyramid scheme. No, and I'm not going to discredit any. My husband is an employee and loves his job, but that CEO on top, he makes money out of your work, and you're not making more money. But yes, of course, Maria on top, she's going to make more money if I make more money, but I'm also going to make more money. So that's why it's not, pyramid.
Yes, I got it. Thank you so much for talking about that. And I can't believe we're approaching the end already. So again, guys, she is my featured member for my Max Efficient Facebook group, where I featured one entrepreneur every week, and they have an exclusive offer to throw in as a draw for exclusively to the members of the group. And Martine's offer is a $50 certificate towards anything that you want at Tupperware. So make sure, if you're an entrepreneur looking to learn more from each other, and bring value, to join the Facebook group, so that you can enter a chance to win that $50 gift certificate and get to try all the goodies that Tupperware has to offer. And also, she has been so generous. Thank you so much.
Well, thank you.
She has been so generous that she has actually extended a gift to myself. So, which is a membership to join Tupperware, and that will allow me that 25% discount on products. Like, should I choose to just equip myself and stuff like that, but it also an opportunity to make money should I decide to. And I wanted to share with you my personal story as to why I felt like why I felt that Tupperware resonated with me, is because, to me, while I was interviewing Martine, I just thought that Tupperware was offering me solutions to the problem that I currently have. Like, my pantry is disorganized, to the point that sometimes I have to go and reorganize it. And if I have a few cookies left into a box, I'm like, oh, I'll just eat it, so I can just throw this in the garbage, So it becomes like a kind of like an unhealthy way of like organizing my pantry. And then the sugar that she's showing, it wasn't back in the days problem with my parents. It's a current problem that I have with the brown sugar. So all of this stuff, as I research, the Tupperware product, I realized, hey, it's more than like containers, plastic containers. It's actually solutions, modular, how to help you organize your spices, your pantry and freezer, how to like get to freeze things longer. Like all of these is just amazing solutions to me. So I've said yes to the opportunity, and I have also opened my own Facebook group. And I was thinking of my why. Like every time that I'm doing something as an entrepreneur, I always check in with myself first. Is this me? Does it align with me, with who I am? And to me, yes, because it's offering me a solution. So my Facebook group is called Living on Top, meaning, like you get to live the lifestyle, with the help of Tupperware and being organized. And, I just want to show my kids how to cook, and seeing all the tools, like how many things you can do with just the microwave, and how safe it is to show. I have a 10-year-old, a 7-year-old, and a 1-year-old, maybe not the 1-year-old yet, but they can cook for themselves. I can see it in my head that they can do it, and I can show it to them. And so on my Facebook group, the mission is really fast and healthy ways to cook meal for the family. So, with that being said, I'm inviting you to join my group, and we're having a 3 days event where we're featuring Martine. She's going to show us how she's been using all the tools from, like, maybe not all the tools, but for that particular recipe, how she's using the tool to help her. And also, I think during the 3 days, you will throw in a lot of mini videos to show the Tupperware lifestyle, right?
Yeah, well, you were talking about your 1-year-old. Well, my 2 years old, he was about, maybe I'd say just before 2 years old, he could pull on that string. So you're going to see a video of me using the Power Chef, a video in front of my pantry, and a lot of, there are going to be draws also during that time. And yes, I'm going to go live. So that's next Saturday. At 10:30, I'm going to go live in the morning to show you a recipe or 2 or 3. We'll see.
Yes. So if you received a link invitation to my new Facebook group, then now you know why. And there's also a little video explaining that into my YouTube channel. I'm going to put all the link in the description box below. So feel free to join us and to see if this Tupperware lifestyle is for you. So if you have any question at any time, you can feel free to reach out to me, to Martine, and come discover the Tupperware lifestyle with me. And then actually you can actually watch me also, like from a distance, and see how it is doing for me. I think that I can use this as an affiliate program, like mindset, to grow, like to fund my dreams. I'm here to grow my brand, my business, but it's not interfering with who I am and what I want to do. It's a tool to help me. If anything, is like having the right support and having the positivity, like people like Martine, to be part of her team has been amazing already. So thank you.
Thank you. I have chills again. Wow. Well, I'm so grateful that you're putting your trust in me, accompanying you in this adventure. And if your Tupperware can help you achieve your goals and your dreams, checked, mission accomplished.
Thank you so much. And if, like I said, if you have any question, just feel free to let us know. I'm just checking my notes to make sure that we don't have anything missed out. And I think we said everything that needed to be said. And again, don't hesitate to join us, because Martine is a big giver, and she likes to throw in amazing prizes all the time. So in the 3 days event starting tomorrow, you're going to have a lot of chances to win prizes. And if anything, you will get to know all the tools that they have, right, at Tupperware. So thank you so much for tuning in. Thank you, Martine, for your time.
Well, thank you.
I will see you guys in my next Thursday, 3 p.m. And next month, we're talking about a writer's journey, people who has written their own book and it's published. So let's hear from them and their entrepreneurship journey. So come and join me every Thursday, 3 p.m. here on YouTube or Facebook. Thank you, guys.
Bye, guys. Thank you.
Bye. Thanks.